Everything is onward and upward, onward and upward, onward and upward. Hey everybody, it's me, Shell, down here at Shell Michelle with Married to Medicine Season 11, Episode 13, Review. The episode started out with Dr. Simone in her office seeing a young woman as a patient that she actually delivered. Everyone bursted out laughing at her comment when she said that she's finally at that age coming and told the young lady to keep living because she'll get there too one day. Then Dr. Scott and Dr. Contessa were at their home with their 15 kids, and Dr. Scott showed his crew a picture of a baby he delivered who's now 20 years old. So Dr. Contessa told the kids that, yeah, your daddy old. Then the brat, Judy, and True walked into Dr. Jackie's practice to visit the doctor on True's little first birthday. So then over at Dr. Eugene and Toya's house, Toya was in the kitchen cooking a little breakfast while her and Dr. Eugene was chit-chatting while he did some work on his laptop at the same time. So Toya asked the doctor if he spoke to any of the guys since they've been back from the trip. Dr. Eugene was like, nah, they might have needed a break, a little chance to cool off or whatnot and collect themselves. But maybe he can check on them today or tomorrow. Yeah, he said tomorrow. So Toya was like, I think y'all should have reached out to Dr. Greg. And he was like, he didn't appreciate how Dr. Smurf left. And I was wondering why they feel like they gotta like baby this grown ass man. I don't know. Maybe it's me, hell. But anyways, moving on. Then Quad let herself in to Dr. Heavenly's house, like, I'm here, honey, I'm home. And Dr. Heaven was like, oh, so you don't knock on the door no more? You just walk on in, huh? And just like she paid some bills or something, I'm like, okay, maybe y'all close like that, but you had the door unlocked, so you knew she was coming, whatever. So she was like, the kids out the house. And so me and daddy could have been getting it in, doing it nasty up in here. You never know, child. Quan was like, I didn't explore the whole house. Y'all wasn't going to be getting down, like down, not down here on the first floor, not in the living room, especially on the little piano or whatnot. So Dr. Heavenly or Unheavenly asked how Quad was doing after the little trip. And Miss Quad was like, they learned how far left things can go with King and Dr. G. So she won't be putting her man in any kind of compromising positions anymore. Dr. Heavenly is like, the group is divided. That the lungs first need some type of way. She was like, you, King, Sweet Tea, and Dr. G cannot occupy the same space. Okay? So Toya told her husband that since it's their 16th anniversary, that she wanted everyone together for a Victorian party. So she was like, she's gonna set up a dance rehearsal for the group, not tell them nothing, what's going on or whatnot, just tell them what to bring. And at the rehearsal, then she'll let everybody know what's up. So Dr. Heavenly asked Quad, how can they fix the group? It's like crazy now. So Quad proposes a girls' check-in that she'll throw only for the ladies to decompress and uplift. So Dr. Heavenly wasn't feeling it at first. But then Quad promised it's not gonna be messy. So she agreed. But she was like, Phaedra and Sweet Tea can't come. And Quad agreed. Especially on the Sweet Tea part. Then Quad was like, Phaedra abandoned the group. So, I mean, What's up with that? Miss Fei she left because y'all was trying to play in her face. Moving on, girl. So messy, Dr. Heavenly was like, King invited her and only her to a cookout or something. Quad knew exactly what that heifer was trying to do and was like, don't try it. Damon, get your way. So the group all met up at the little dance studio or whatnot. And Anila and her husband took the place of Dr. G and Sweet Tea. Dr. Mimi got stuck at her office, and Quad and King set the rehearsal out as well. So the women had their petticoats on, waiting for Toya to give further instructions. Toya felt some kind of way with the two couples missing rehearsal, saying that they could have at least played nice and been on the two separate sides of the room or whatnot. But whatever. So Toya gives everyone their classy invitations. Oh, classy to her ball and reads its contents aloud. Toya was like, I really want all my friends to be able to get along for my classy shindig. So Dr. Contessa was like, that might not be possible. Ballroom. I heard there might be a restraining order in place. Dr. Contessa was like, yeah, there's a such thing as a attempted assault. And Gregory is finna press it. So everybody was looking like, what? Gregory, really? Greg, really? Even Super Steve was like, that's not the move, little Smurfy. What you doing? When Dr. Overbite was like, that's a pitch move. I was out for real. But anyways, moving on. So when Dr. Heavenly asked Dr. Eugene if what Dr. Greg said to Quad was cool, if it were said to Toya, he replied, hell no. It would have been a problem. So she clapped back with, it's going to be a fight. So Dr. Contessa felt some type of way. She was like, so if you say something about somebody's husband, that's not going to fly. And then she went down memory lane when Dr. Heavenly said that Dr. Scott was abusive verbally and emotionally to her. So in Dr. Heavenly's own words, Dr. Contessa was supposed to pop off on her like she did. But moving on. So Dr. Eugene was like, him and Dr. Scott are going to talk some sense into Lil Smurf to try and get the group back together. So Susan taught the group, you know what I'm saying, little ding, 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 the how to walks and get their little classy boogie on. And Toya, dressed in pink, looking like some Pepto Bismol, met up with Dr. Mimi and Letitia for drinks and to see where things were with the Smurfs. Toya bought Dr. Mimi and Sweet Tea their classy invitations and officially invited them to her little party. Toya was like, she knows everyone isn't in the best place, but wanted to extend the invitation to everyone, and how she didn't want to have to choose amongst her friends. So Letitia was like, the problem mainly stems from the hurt from past relationships that people can't get over or something like that. So Toya was like, so when Dr. Greg said he was pressing charges, that was him in his angry place. Look, Chamomile was like, I don't know, that's up to Gregory. So then Nosy Toya was like, well, what did the police say? And that little combat trained, long gummed heifer was like, pitch, that's my business. I was gone. And it was Dr. Mimi's face for me. And Letitia was like, sometimes people reach their point, the breaking point. She said King meant malicious intent. He took his shirt off and charged at her man like a whole bull. Her man was scared. He was scared. Damn. So Dr. Mimi and Toya was like, why haven't grace been given to King and his actions like there were for you and your high tempered antics? Hell, he even prayed for y'all. You ungrateful ass. They were like, girl, you were acting all possessed and stuff. So then Toya was like, girl, all the times you done showed out and you up in here acting all self-righteous, girl, stop it. So Miss Toya asked Letitia if it were possible for all of them to sit down and have a conversation about boundaries. Sweet Tea was like, hat. That's up to Gregory. So Toya was like, why not as his wife? Y'all talk about it and help him understand. And Sweet Tea was like, when she brings it up, he shuts it down. So Toya asked Letitia if she was going to fight to remain in their friend group. And Homegirl said, I can't make a decision on that. That's up to Gregory and what he wants to do. And Toya was like she don't know many women that completely silences themselves and allow their men to speak for them. And Letitia told Toya if she wanted to choose sides, that's up to her. So Dr. Eugene and Dr. Greg met up at Dr. Scott's and Dr. Contessa's house to check in with Gregory. Dr. Scott had wings and salads ready for the guys, and his daughter served the guys juice. How she was holding her neck, though. Her braids was pulling that kitchen too tight, baby. Poor baby. Moving on. Dr. Gregory was crying, slobbing all out the mouth, talking about, I thought somebody was going to reach out to me and find out what happened. Child. So Dr. Eugene was like, I was giving you space, bruh. Or something like that. I don't know. And then Dr. Eugene got right to it. He was like, the streets been talking. And they said, you called 50. That man said, why wouldn't I? He was like, that maniac was charging at me. Like he was gonna take my head off. I had to. Dr. Gregory said, I'm a grown man. I'm not a fighter. But I'll take legal action to defend myself anytime, any place. I'm no hoodlum. Dr. G was like, yeah, it's a simple battery. Don't play with him. Dr. Eugene was like, wait, I thought you had to be touched for it to be a battery. And Dr. Lawyer was like, no, he didn't touch me. But with simple battery, he can do up to 90 days in jail and it's only intent. He don't have to touch me. Probation or even a fine. So Dr. Scott was like, is that serious? And Dr. G was like, the things that happen to me are very serious. I got sand in my eye. Damn it. So Dr. Jean was like, it seemed to me that both Dr. G and King bump heads defending their women. So where do we go from here? Dr. G told the fellas that when he got back from the trip, he jumped in the studio. Homeboy is a rapper. Quad had this man making a song asking to be set free, homie. But I thought the divorce at least started the process of freeing you. But, anyways, so the song, that shit was so bad. Trash. The fellas was laughing their asses off. Like, this can't be real. At the end of that little song, when Sweet Tea was like, oh, baby, that was so good. Dr. Jean by spit his juice out. Like, don't encourage this ish. Girl, the devil is a lie. Then in the confessional booth, Dr. Jean said he was thinking about pressing some charges against Gregory. So all the ladies that were invited or whatnot to Quad's little shindig, girlfriends check in or whatnot, came on out, stepped a little 1-2, and Quad let the ladies know and that the girlfriends check-ins had rules and she was going to let them know what the rules were after Dr. Heavenly said that she was walking like her coochie was good. And I was sitting here wondering, scratching my head, why would Dr. Jackie know it was good? Because Homegirl Show said it is good. So Quad's first rule was everybody had to have a cocktail when entering. And the other rule was nobody could bring up old ish. So Dr. Simone reminisced the times that Quad had reopened wounds, bringing up old shit and past issues or whatnot. So Quad started the chat the chant of everything is onward and upward, onward and up, something like that, girl. I don't know. And so Mrs. Quad was like, I'm not talking about the past because we've talked enough about the past. And today, she just wanted to have fun, reconnect, and nothing else. So then Dr. Simone was like, so you're coming to Toya's anniversary party, right? Because we're moving onward and upward, right? So Quad was like, y'all know King and I really want to get our boogies on, all classy like, and show our support or whatnot. But due to certain possible legal stipulations and a short, scary smurf, we ain't coming. So Toya was like, I would hope you would reconsider. And then Dr. Simone was like, the fact that King apologized the next day means that he's a man's man all day. And Quad was like, yeah, I know. That's why I love me some King. And Toya and Dr. Mimi let the ladies know how that little chat went with Sweet Tea and how they got nowhere. So Toya was like, what she got from that conversation with Letitia was that she don't know what she would do around Quad and King if she would be able to have any kind of self-control. So Toya was like, she felt that Sweet Tea was making her choice. Making her choose, and her choice would be King and Quad. So the ladies were like, that's really good. Quad, did you hear her? That was really good. Oh my goodness, I can't believe you, Toya. So Quad started crying or whatnot. And then they reflected on the issues that her and Toya have had throughout the years and how they have repaired their relationship and they didn't want to break up that bond. And I also noticed how quiet Dr. Heavenly was this episode. I think she was trying to I guess minimize the mean girl comments and I guess reflection that people been saying about her, but you still a mean girl. So anyways, so Dr. Jackie and Curtis went to Phaedra's to check up on her and see if she was really done, like done with the group. So Mr. Curtis and Carlton separated from the women to let them chat and watch some sports or whatnot. I don't know if the man named Carlton, and probably ain't, but he was dressed like Carlton, so that's what I'm calling him. Dr. Jackie was like, back in Florida, we hurt you, and I don't like to hurt people. Phaedra was like, Dr. Heavenly, the devil's daughter, was being shady. Shady or not, Miss Fei, you weren't blindsided by Apollo's appearance, and that you knew Shaq was his homie. So don't play, Miss Innocent. So Dr. Jackie asked Phaedra if she was going to come to Toya's little ballroom party, whatever we want to call it thing. And Phaedra was like, nah, I'm straight.